Okay guys, we're back with another episode of Fun with Beers. This week we got the Two Flags IPA by Dominion City. Makers of very good beer, I can attest to that. Today we're coming in at a solid 7%. It's a strong beer. And we'll read the back here. So Two Flags IPA, assertively hoppy. Two Flags is a hoppy, deliberately well balanced, and highly drinkable IPA. This beer is loaded with Ontario grown hops and pours bright copper with strong citrus aromas. Flavors include burnt sugar, grapefruit, and lingering resin. Once again, we got a beer here that's brewed right here in Ottawa in the East End. Before we jump into it, just going to point out, love the Two Flags design and Dominion City's whole approach to their labeling. They got the two-tone, it always looks so sleek, so sexy. So when you see one of these at the LCBO, you know right away it's Dominion City. So we'll go ahead and pour it right now. Okay, so as always, first thing we do is we rate that appearance. So, you know, it's a little bit hazy for sure. It definitely has that kind of, it honestly looks like a really crisp, like apple cider, like that color, where it's kind of, it is coppery, like the label says there. It's got kind of an orange color to it as well, but definitely you can tell that this one's not as filtered for sure. It's got a strong haze to it. It looks fantastic though. Like you look at this color and it just looks like something that's super drinkable. So after that, we'll jump right into the smell test here. Use the old noggin, schnoz, I guess. Obviously, you got those strong citrus flavors coming through. Resin, you can definitely smell. Definitely does smell like resin. If anyone's had that Greek wine, Ritsina, it smells kind of like that bottom of the barrel resin. It has those wood scents to it. Yeah, definitely strong citrus, the grapefruit in there for sure. Yeah, this is a tasty. This is one that's super high on the juicy scale there, boys. So next thing is our little taste test. It's definitely one of those, obviously IPA. It's got that really big hoppy kick at the front, but it's not one of those kind of IPAs that really sticks to your tongue and coats it. You ever had one of those, like a double IPA or whatever they're making today? When it's just you have one taste and just like completely coats your mouth, and it's really prohibitive in terms of having a couple sips, a couple beers of it. This one definitely is well balanced in terms of getting that flavor, and also not being off the charts with its bitterness and its pungency in your mouth, which is nice. Yeah, there's definitely a good balance there in terms of the sweetness, and then the aroma. You can kind of get that aroma when you're tasting it. So you get that good smell and then the good mouthfeel as well. It's really good. I like the balance of it. In terms of the mouthfeel, definitely super carbonated. Last week we did the Fortissimo Stout. That was almost flat and it was very thick and had that effective coating in the mouth. But in terms of this, it's got the right amount of carbonation that it almost like cleanses your palate in a way. Kind of, you get that hot flavor on your tongue, and then you get the carbonation, which kind of washes it down into your throat. So definitely high up. I give it a high rating on the mouthfeel. I like the bubbliness of it, obviously, and then the way that carbonation, you know, cleanses your palate, washes away a little bit of the bitterness for sure. Now we're coming to the overall rating of this one. Just like the label said, very well balanced. In terms of the mouthfeel, the aroma, the taste, it not super overpowering. This is one that you could definitely have a couple of if you're out with some buddies. It's not going to knock you on your ass. In terms of the alcohol content, it is a bit higher, so you might want to check yourself in terms of having a couple in that sense. But I can see myself, this is more of a summer beer though, for sure. In my opinion, you drink the darker ones, the browns, the stouts, the porters for the winter. Right now in Ottawa, it's freezing, but you know, this is definitely a good patio beer. I see myself having a couple of these. You know, any sort of patio, Hintonburg, Glebe type area, have a couple of those. So in terms of the overall, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think it comes in a little bit lower than our Fortissimo last week, but still high on the recommend scale, and highly recommend any sort of Dominion City products. They're out in Gloucester, I believe. A little bit of a drive, but well worth it. Good patio, good atmosphere, great beer. They have a bunch of stuff on tap that they might not have that have in the LCBO there. So definitely go check them out. Once again, 4 out of 5. And thanks for joining us this week. Have a good one, guys.